Welcome to 60s and Restless. I have been trying to find really great movies for aging adults, as well as books that I think portray older adults in as interesting characters, as positive, intelligent characters. So I'll be talking about some of those that I'm reading right now and reviewing those at some point. But today I wanted to talk about two movies I've seen lately. One is an older movie called Five Flights Up with Morgan Freeman and Diane Keaton. The other one is a more recent movie called The Tomorrow Man with oh, Miss Blythe and John Lithgow. And I have found both of those to kind of be a contrast to each other. They're both about aging couples. Uh, One is the more recent one, The Tomorrow Man, seems to take place in a small town kind of setting. The other is Five Flights Up, is a New York City setting. They seem to also contrast in intelligence. They have the city dwellers as intelligent couple facing issues that everybody begins to look at as they get older. Mainly, the idea is they're five flights up and they're getting older, and the dog, has trouble walking up those steps, let alone the adults. And their process of going through, do we want to sell and get something more practical, or do we want to stay here longer and nobody's going to tell us what to do and we're going to do it in our own time. It's a good message that I think a lot of people will resonate with. However, The Tomorrow Man portrays two aging adults as rather dumb. They've got John Lithgow is the prepper, and they show him to be a highly organized, thoughtful, neat, clean, clever, and yet he talks about they're gonna come and get us. We know that they're planning something big, and they paint him as kind of a buffoon, whereas the facts show that he's intelligent minded and he's following a pursuit that's a little extreme, but they don't ever refer to who is the they, what does he really think's going to happen. They kind of twisted that prepper style into being something that only a buffoon would do, but they kind of showed him to be an intelligent man. So it was a little bit poorly done as far as that character. Then Blythe Danner, she is a hoarder. And I think the concept is interesting because prepper meets hoarder, and what kind of a relationship can they have? And so that's kind of interesting. But again, with Blythe Danner, they made her kind of a ditzy character. I have known some hoarders, and they're often very intelligent people. And like the character in the movie, The Tomorrow Man, they wouldn't let people into their place unless they had a right to be there, like a manager or some such, because they know that what they are doing with all that clutter is not acceptable to other people. So it was an interesting concept for the movie, but they made her so ditzy, and I just think it's interesting that the country, they put him in a small town, they make him kind of idiotic, and the premise of the story could have been interesting, but instead it kind of portrays aging adults in a poor light. And why not make interesting characters out of a prepper and a hoarder? There are plenty of interesting, intelligent people as they get older that have different bents and do different things, but they can still have layers of intelligence and interesting things about their lives. But this movie didn't do it, so I don't give it a full kiss on the lips because I didn't really appreciate it. I didn't appreciate how they were looking at aging adults and the stereotypes they were trying to throw out. But Five Flights Up, I thought Morgan Freeman was fantastic in that, as he often is, and I thought it was really good and well worth watching. So let me know what movies you find, and let's hope that movie producers and directors will start to find some interesting baby boomer types that are going to be multi-layered, intelligent characters, funny, interesting, and that we don't have to watch drivel.